to be a get ready with me using a bunch of new makeup that I purchased from my recent haul video. So I wanted to show you guys those products in action. So I'm going to be using the Haus Laboratories Glam Room 1 in this video. I have posted a first impressions get ready with me with this palette already, so go check that out. You guys probably won't be seeing this video until after my Best in Beauty is over. I just wanted to film it now because I knew I'm probably not going to have any time to film again for a while. I just have been so busy, you guys. Like, this is like the first video I've sat down and filmed besides my haul video, and I actually have to finish filming my haul video after this, and then I have to go to work. So I figured I had plenty of time to film though before I go to work today. So yeah, so we're gonna jump into the Haus Laboratories palette. I already primed my eyes and set them with my Marc Jacobs powder and my Milani eyeshadow primer. So let's dip into this guy right here. So let's start applying my eyeliner. If I could find a clean brush, because I kind of forgot to spray my brushes, but honestly, it doesn't really matter too much with this palette. I'm just going to grab my color switch. If you guys saw the state of my room, you'd be ashamed. My room is such a freaking disaster. Like, this little box is what you see because my room is literally terrible right now. It's not like really like that bad when you actually look at it. I'm sure some people have rooms that are like covered with clothing, but there's just clothing everywhere in my room right now, and it's just driving me crazy. I really need to just clean out my clothes. So anyway, I'm going to dip into this medium brown shade first for my crease shade. I just really have kind of NYX transition shades, and that shade is called Cameo. I really just don't find the need to use a transition shade anymore. I just feel like eyeshadow formulas have just gotten so much better over the past couple of years that I feel like I just don't really need one anymore. I think my mom's sister's friend is here. I think my sister's friend is here. He was coming to visit. He was supposed to be here at 10, but I guess he got here later, so I'll just say hi to him once I'm done. Because I literally just started doing my makeup. But I just finally received everything that I needed to film this video. That's why it took me so long to upload the haul video. And also because I didn't even haul, what am I, so New Yorker? The haul video, because I was waiting so long to get the products. And also, I had ordered one thing for Christmas, and literally that was the one thing that I got for Christmas. I'll tell you guys about Christmas in a second. I just want to see if he's actually here. And then the next shade I'm dipping into is this shade right here. And that one is called Contort. I pretty much use these shades for every single look that I do for this palette, but I just feel like, I know this palette isn't anything like revolutionary, but it is a very easy palette to use, and that's why she created something that was not really too crazy, because I think the way that she explained it was that she wanted something to have like an ease of use for like something that you don't want to feel overwhelmed using or like trying to come up with a look. She was like, she just wanted to make it easy so everyone can use it. And that's actually still a true thing, because some people who are just starting out with makeup, they don't know what they're doing when they first get an eyeshadow palette. They have to learn. And it does take a bit of a learning curve, but at the same time, you can just grab a crease shade and put a lid shade on and call it a day. And that's why she wanted to make something really easy to use rather than something that had like a million colorful shades in it. And yes, at the end of the day, people are always like, why don't you make something with color? But at the same time, when you actually think about it, what are the shades you actually use on a daily basis? Neutrals. So this palette was actually really smartly laid out because it has neutrals, but it also has some pops of color. And she said, if you want to play with color, don't feel afraid to dip into a purple or a red, and I feel like she put some really pretty safe shades in here, but they're really nice shades. So now I'm going to dip into the black, which is called Top Hat, and I think that this is a really solid black, and I'm going to put that on the outer corners, and I usually just take it really softly, and I'm just going to do that. I didn't think he was going to come now. He was supposed to come in the morning. It's always as soon as I need to do something, like somebody shows up here. And we like never have people over. The only people we have over ever is is our neighbor. He's the best. Like, he actually plows our driveway every winter, and my dad invites him over for wine or to watch the football game all the time. And then, like, the only other people that are ever here are either my boyfriend or, like, my sister's friends. Like, when my sister's not here, like, he's here. And it's, like, really just her best friend. And then the only other person that comes here, obviously, is my sister. So, and my Aunt Stacy. She does come and visit, like, twice a year, so. But that's it. My mom is so weird about having people over. I'm just going to tell Mom I'm getting ready for work right now. So then she'll leave me alone. Alright, and then for the brow bone, I'm going to use, obviously, the light shade in here, which is called Cake, which is that one right there. I love this shade for the brow bone. So yeah, I did get my nails done a couple of days ago. So this is the first video I'm filming with my new color. I just got a dark brown. And I really love how it looks. I love dark vampy nail shades in the fall and winter. And I've been dying to get a dark brown for a while. So I didn't really want to pay for a design this time because we were supposed to go to a different nail salon, me and my friends. But I'm just going to apply my NYX glitter glue while I'm talking. But when I actually, asked her, like, should we go somewhere different? She was like, let's just go to the same place because we never wait there and they're always really good. And they are really good. They do your nails in like 20 minutes and you're done, basically. Like, they don't take their time. They're very, like, sometimes they rush you a lot. But the lady that I had, she was fast, but she was also, like, really, really good. So that's why I like them. Like, they just know what they're doing there. So, but they are expensive. Like, their designs are so expensive. They charge like $10 per nail if you want to get a design on each nail. So if you're paying almost $30 for a gel manicure and then $10 extra per nail, if you wanted to get a design on every single nail, you're spending like $100 on a manicure. So I'm just like, no, it's already almost $60 when I get one finger. So okay, so for the lid shade, I'm going to dip into this brown, and that one is called Scotch. I just wanted to do a pretty simple neutral look today. What else is new? But I actually have been dipping into other palettes this past weekend. And I didn't use this one for a couple of days, but I actually have used every single shade in this palette a couple of times. And I have to say, there's not one shade in here that I'm disappointed by. They're actually all a really solid formula. Again, it's just not like we haven't seen these shades before. Like, it's not like a formula we haven't seen before or shades we haven't seen before. I don't know what's going on with my lid lately. I just feel like I can never get the color to be the right color lately. I feel like the color gets separated sometimes on my lid and I don't know why. So I'm just going to keep on packing on that color. So I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas. I hope you guys checked out my holiday look. That was one of my favorite looks I've ever done because that was the first time I attempted a cut crease. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna finish my makeup before I say hi to him. I just didn't think he was gonna come like this late. He was supposed to be here like during like breakfast time, so whatever, I don't care. Alright, I'm just going to blend a little bit more of the black because, again, I feel like the lid shade is just getting a little bit separated, so the black will cover that up. There we go, that's better. That's exactly what I wanted. You only need a little bit, obviously, because it's black. So you really don't want to go overboard. And that blended like pretty easily. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna just blow my nose really quick, like you need all the details, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I was just talking to my sister's friend for a little bit. He's so sweet, and I just wanted to say hi to him. So now we're gonna do my face, and I'm gonna take the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot, and I'm gonna prep my face with the MAC Prep and Prime. And this is the, obviously it's the Fix Plus setting spray, but it's a scent cucumber. I almost said shade. I don't know how I always end up spraying things like up my nose. And then I'm gonna, it's just such a dumbass. And then I'm going to prime my face with this. I've been using this like every day. I really like it. It's just really smoothing and it's just a really good primer. So I'm just gonna take that. So I am working at 2. Originally I was supposed to work at 1:30. Well, actually my original shift today was 12:30 to 5:30. But then my coworker asked me if I could close for her. And I was like, yeah, that's fine, because I wasn't planning to see Josh today because your girl just needs to save a little bit of money. So I was just like, I'm just going to stay home tonight. And then it ended up being a good decision anyway, because I ended up having, I'm just trying to get the foundation that I'm using. Because I am going to close for my coworker anyway. So I have to be in at 2. Originally, my manager wanted me to be in at 1:30. I'm like, why? There's like 4 people covering already. I was like, can I come in at 2:30? But then she said, is 2 okay? And I was like, yeah, 2 is fine. I was like, there's no way I need to come in at 1:30. Okay, so the foundation I'm going to be using is obviously, again, the one that I recently hauled, and this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation, and I have the shade 110, which is basically my shade in every single foundation. So I'm just going to take a couple of pumps of that. And I really, the one thing I really have been enjoying about this foundation is the scent. I actually really do love the scent, and you can kind of smell it all day, but it's not like an overpowering scent. It just smells really good. I'm not really sure what it is, but it smells amazing. But I also really have been enjoying the coverage. The shade match is great. And the only thing I don't love is that it does start to break down after a few hours. But since I've just been wearing this foundation to work, it's been kind of perfect for work. So I'm just going to blend it in with my sponge. And my sponge is already damp. So I'm just going to blend it in. But I really have been enjoying the coverage. It's really nice. I definitely love this like 100% more than the matte foundation. That one was just, it was just too much coverage for me. This is like medium to full, and it's really nice. I definitely need to wet this again a little bit because I feel like it kind of got a little bit dried out. So just like that. And I'm going to keep on blending it. Hopefully it doesn't dry. But it kind of takes a little while to dry, so. But yeah, I was like right in the middle of starting to film when he showed up, so I didn't want to be rude and not like say hi, so. But they're not really talking about much. My mom is literally just saying, we have Netflix now. So I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm going to finish getting ready for work now. So I'm just going to blend this out. I just feel like this is still like dried out. Okay, that's better. I feel like I need a little bit more like on my forehead and stuff because I feel like it got a little bit dry. But I do really like it. The first time I used it, I felt like it felt a little bit heavy on the skin. But now since I've been using it, this is like I think the first time, the third time that I'm using this foundation. I think either the third or fourth time. And I pretty much have gotten used to how it feels on my skin. So it really doesn't feel heavy at all anymore. Alright, so I'm just going to take whatever's left and apply that down my neck again. Also, I didn't sleep the best last night. I haven't been sleeping that well again. I like passed out the past like 2 days before that. Like melatonin kicked in and I fell asleep so fast. Last night I went to sleep an hour earlier than I did the night before, and for some reason it's still just, I still was like not really falling asleep. So I don't know what it is. I just feel like I'm internally always up. So, I mean, eternally, whatever. I don't know what the word is. Okay, so forever. Let's just say forever up. Okay, so now I'm going to do my concealer, and I'm going to use the Dose of Colors 01 Fair Concealer, the Meet Your Hue Concealer. The Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer in the shade Fair 01. Okay, so let's apply that. This is pretty full coverage, so you really don't need too much. Honestly, I really have been enjoying this concealer on my face. I don't know if I've been loving it on my under eyes because every time I use it on my under eyes, it looks incredibly dry, but it blends out beautifully on my face, and I really do like it. If I don't like how it blends out today, I might just straight up return it. But I still wanted to use it in a video. Like, it's not the worst concealer I've used. It blends out, look how good it blends out with the foundation. Like, it doesn't, like, overpower the coverage of the foundation. It kind of just blends in seamlessly. I was just hoping I was really going to love this foundation concealer because of Kathleen Lights. Because Kathleen Lights does love the Fenty Beauty foundation, so... and I really like it, but I actually like the foundation more than the concealer. I'm just so picky with concealers lately. I think it's just because I've been getting older. I can only wear like certain concealers now. I mean, it's not like I'm that old, but like I just feel like more so with complexion products. You know, eyeshadow you can wear till like the end of time, but with like complexion products, you have to start like adjusting them to like your skin as you get older. But I don't think it's because of my skin. I just think it's because the concealer is just very dry. Maybe I should just wet the sponge a little bit more before I apply it. Okay, so I'm just going to do one side because I find that if I apply it to both sides, it kind of just doesn't really blend out that well. And then I'm going to blend it out. Alright, so I did dampen the sponge more, so maybe that'll help. But I'm just not feeling the way that it looks on like the corner of my eyes. It just kind of just emphasizes all my texture and like settles into my wrinkles like right here, and I don't know why. Like the coverage is great, but the way that it blends out, it just sits in certain parts underneath my eyes. And it just doesn't look that great. So, I don't know. I wore my Urban Decay concealer yesterday and it didn't do that. because I wanted to see if I still like that one more than this one, and I definitely do. Like, the coverage is great, but I kind of feel like this concealer is very similar to like the Tarte Shape Tape. Because I didn't like Tarte Shape Tape either. I fell in love with the Rainforest of the Sea concealer from Tarte. When everybody was loving the Tarte Shape Tape, that was my favorite concealer, was the Rainforest of the Sea one. So, I don't know. Okay, so I actually really like how that blended out on this eye, but it still like emphasizes my like inner part like right there. So I don't know, but it did cover pretty nicely. So I look like a ghost right now because the shade is just so light, but it does look pretty good right now. So, and it does feel a bit more hydrating, I guess, because I did, I look so pale right now, oh my god. All right, so now I'm just gonna set my under eyes with my usual powder. I feel like we see my sister's friend more than we actually see my sister. I think my sister's in California until like after New Year's. She's like spending New Year's with her boyfriend. And my sister is a New Year's Eve baby, so her birthday's at the same time. She would always get double the amount of presents when she was little, so, and I would always be jealous. Okay, the fact that I know that my nose looks dry on camera, like, doesn't really thrill me. I don't know. That was more so the foundation today, not the concealer, so I don't know. My face is just so dry right now. Where's my phone? Literally right in front of me. Okay. So then for the face, I'm just going to use my Charlotte Tilbury. I've been using this every day so I can make some progress on it. This is like the never-ending powder. Like, there's actually a shit ton of products in here, so, and you really don't need much to set your face, so I feel like my face looks so dry. All right, I'm just gonna spray a little bit just because I want to get rid of that powder excess. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna do the lower lash line. Even though I've been so lazy lately, I haven't even been doing my lower lash line, but we're gonna do it today. If I could open this palette, it's like such a challenge to open sometimes. So I'm just gonna use this shade, and that's all I'm gonna put on the lower lash line. Just to add a little bit of oomph. I think I'm going to take a little bit of the darker brown too. That was kind of a mistake because I don't know if he's like staying here for a while. I guess he just came here to catch up. Like, I really don't know. Hold on one sec. Okay, and then for the inner corners, I'm going to use this shade right here. I wanted to use the gold, but I feel like this one is a little bit more pigmented, and it's kind of like a little bit more of what I was going for today. So I'm going to take that. And then I'll take this one. I don't know if she's home or not. Like, I think my mom was on the phone with my sister, so I'm like not really sure if she's back home or whatnot. She never talks to us anyway, me and my brother. She only talks to my mom for some reason. Because, you know, my mom is like God sent to her. There's like so many things that like she doesn't know that my mom is like so crazy about. But my mom's like, she's your mother. And I'm just like, fuck, shut up. She's like no idea sometimes. Like she only listens to mom's side of the story. But me and my mom have been fine lately. I just ignore my mom when my mom makes like a comment or something. I really haven't fought with her in a while. Okay, I'm just going to take a tiny bit more black. I actually really like how this look turned out so far. And then I'm just going to take my usual Maybelline skinny liner and line my waterline, so give me a sec. Okay, and then I'm going to, this piece of glitter is driving me crazy on my face. I don't even know why this is here. Alright, it's just going to stay there. It's just going to stay there. So for mascara, I actually did pick up a new mascara, like I showed in my haul. And I got the It Cosmetics Lash Blowout Mascara. I got this because of the Fancy Face. She was saying that this was like her new favorite mascara. But I tried it out yesterday and it was very, very dry. Like the formula is extremely dry. So I don't know if I really liked it. I'm going to curl my lashes and then see if that helps. I feel like this lash curler just does not grab my lashes like at all. It doesn't do anything. So we're just going to go straight in with the mascara. Okay. So I'm just going to coat my lashes with that. Maybe because I needed to dip it more. But I don't know. I'm not really too, like, obsessed with this. It's not that good. Usually for me, if I use a mascara once, like, I know if I like it or not. And I'm just not really too crazy about this one. She was like, it curls your lashes really nicely. But I don't really find it does much more than like my Thrive and my Milk makeup one and the Hourglass one. I really have been liking those. This one is just kind of subpar, like it's not that great. So I don't know if I'm going to return this, but I just don't really like it that much. Like it's not really doing anything for me. I don't know. I don't know what I really expected, but it's just not that great. I don't know what to think of it so far. I just think it's just okay. So I'm just going to apply my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash on my lower lash line. On my lower lashes. So my mom went and exchanged the perfume that I got like 2 days ago because originally, okay, my boyfriend's texting me. Originally, she got me a perfume that I already had. So she had to go back and I had to go back and exchange it for one that I wanted. Well, when I went and exchanged it, they gave me the wrong perfume again. So my mom went back and returned it for me yesterday. And she ordered the right one, but she ordered the wrong thing for me that I wanted besides the perfume because I had like a $30 credit still on the card after she exchanged the perfume. And I told her I wanted the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash or a cleansing oil. And she said that they didn't have either of those things in store. So she ordered the last thing that I wanted, which was the MAC Cosmetics concealer. And even though like I'm not too crazy about this, I think I finally found a way where it actually works. So I think I might keep it. So I don't really need the MAC concealer since I just got the Pretty Fresh one and the So I'm just going to apply my bronzer now with my Real Techniques brush. I'm like, boop. And I'm going to be using the shade Into Sun from Fenty Beauty. I kind of really like this bronzer with this foundation, so, and I don't really want my skin to be like too bronzed today, but obviously we have to add more color since I literally look like such a ghost. So yeah, so she ordered the one thing that I didn't really want, so I don't know if I'm going to have to go back again and exchange it. I mean, she ordered the right perfume, but she had to order it because when I went to go get it 2 days ago, they had it in store, and then when my mom wanted to get it, they were like, oh yeah, we don't have it. And I was just like, what? I'm like, you guys are idiots. Like, it was literally ridiculous how many times we have to go back and exchange it. So, anyway, first world problems. So, for my blush, I'm going to be using the Jouer Rose Cut Gems palette. This has been my favorite blush palette lately. I just love it. And I'm going to go into the peachy shade today, which is called Peach Quartz. I've been using Crystalline a lot. I used that one yesterday, so I want to use the peachy shade today. I pretty much have used every shade except for the hot pink. And with these, you barely need any product, and they apply so beautifully. So I'm just going to apply that. But seriously, they just build up so well. And that's literally just with one dip. And it's already like applied to my face. I just blow it off and apply it again. And it's just so nice. They just build up really nicely. So that's that. So simple, so easy to blend out, and they last a really long time. So I've been loving this blush palette. So that's all I'm going to take out of there. And then I've been dying to use this on camera, so let's use it. So if I could actually reach it. Oh God, I have to move my space heater out of the way. Alright, so for highlights, Jesus Christ, Caitlin, everything is such an ordeal with everything that I do. So for highlight, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Flash palette. Sorry, I had like water on my lips. And I'm going to be taking these two shades. These have been my favorite two to use together. So I'm going to take Gleam and Sparks, and I'm going to apply those as my highlights today. So I'm just going to take a combo of the two and apply them to my cheeks. And these are just like so easy to apply. They're just so pretty. I really have been loving them. Excuse me. Totally burping as I'm applying them. I'm going to do the same on this side. And look how pretty those are. They're just a really, really nice formula. And they really do shine on your cheeks. And I love applying like a crap ton because you guys know I need like a ton of highlight. And they're just so pretty. And then I'm going to apply some to my nose. Just like that. Cupid's bow. And then above my brows. I don't know why I feel like I can't see it today, but that's why we're just going to apply more as my hair gets in my face. See, look how pretty. It's such a gorgeous highlight. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So that's that. And then I'm just going to spray my face. a little bit of... Okay, so then we're just going to do my lips. I just want to brush out my brows. For some reason, I just cannot find my my brow gel for the life of me. I don't know where it is. And I'm just going to blend in a little bit of the setting spray, because that's what Nicole Guerrero says to do when you spray it. You kind of just blend it in a little bit. Okay, so that's it for that. And then for liner, I'm going to be taking the Essence liner in the shade Lost in Love, and I'm going to use that to line my lips. And then for lipstick, I'm obviously going to be using Pat McGrath. Just want to grab the actual shade. So the shade I'm going to be using, I believe, is Omi. No, not that one. I think it's 1995. Yeah. I'm going to use this one. And these are a little bit pinky toned, but they're so pretty. Like, literally, the formula is just so good. Sorry, I just wanted a little bit more water. And I'm just going to apply that. So I'm going to use the shade Omi. And I've been using these a lot. This is like the third time I'm using this lipstick. And of course, I've been using the two nude shades the most. I mean, it's just such a good lipstick formula. So I'm just going to finish it up off camera.